Hi everybody, it's Angela and I am going to do a live demonstration today on decorating a crystal ball with Couture decorations. So just give me a moment so that I can put information in the description and share this on my other pages. Yeah, awful things we have to do. All right, now and I'll be honest, I am taking a chance on this one. I'm hoping that it will work. So we shall see. Okay. All right. We're going to see. So what we're going to need today is a clear plastic ornament ball. This is plastic. You can use glass. This one is a 3-inch. I'm going to take the little clasp out. You're going to need something to set it in. We do have a board and pillar stand. I'm waiting for mine to come in. So I found this actually at Goodwill. So what will happen is we'll decorate the inside of the ball and I'll put it on top of there. So the first thing I'm going to do is move the camera so you can watch what I'm doing and we'll get started. I changed my table a little bit. I'm hoping that you can see. I'm going to just make sure what the angle looks like on camera. And then I'm going to paint my candlestick. I think it's a candlestick. I'm not quite sure. It has something drilled in the bottom, but I'm pretty sure it was a candlestick at one time. So I'm just going to paint it black with acrylic paint. And then while it's drying, we'll do our Couture. And this is not my idea. Other members of Couture have been doing this, so I'm totally stealing their idea. Brenda Durant, I believe, is the first one that I saw doing this. And everyone's been successful, so I'm really hoping that I'm successful too. If not, well, we gave it a try. You can't be afraid to try things. I'm just using a regular paintbrush. I did sand my surface just a little bit to help the paint adhere to it. And I will probably get my hands all full of paint here. And I think it's only going to need one layer, which is nice. But if you have to do two, you can also, if you want to antique it, whatever you have, you know, make it how you like it. I wanted mine to be all solid black. Okay. All right. Make sure we're at the bottom here. All right, that looks pretty good. So we're going to let that dry. I'm going to clean off my hands. And I'm just using a wipe, Lysol wipe or Clorox, one of those, to get the acrylic paint off. leave that over here in case I need it. My paintbrush, I will put to wash and close up the paint. Okay. Now the next thing we're going to do is use a piece of acetate sheet. Now you can use like the cover of a report folder, anything that's clear that has a little bit of support and is flexible. So you can use, I just happen to have this acetate sheet that I've had for years I never used, so I thought perfect time. And then you're going to need a circle that is going to fit the diameter of your ball. So if you're not sure what size, if you have these, like I just happen to have a couple extra, I didn't know what size it was. You just measure the circumference. There's a, I think you divide by pi, and then that'll give you the size circle you need, the diameter of the circle you need to fit the inside. So this is 3 inches. So our chalkable chips happen to be 3 inches. So I'm going to use this to cut out my pattern. We'll cut out my sheet. So I'm just going to draw a circle, draw around the chalkable chip. And you can't see it, so I'm not worried about the lines it created, and I'm going to follow it just on the outside of the line. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I hope this works, I really do. I did a trial run, but you know, when you're live, you just never know. Okay. Just on the outside. Now, hopefully this will fit. Really hope. Okay. So we're good with the acetate. Good with that. Now we're going to take our transfer. This is from a different transfer, but I did put a link in the comment section of the All Hallows Eve Minis, which are very similar to this. And you can use those transfers. They have really cute sayings. They have like a pumpkin and a cat, and they'll fit because they're meant to fit on our chips, so they'll fit on this piece. And of course, I've used this several times, but you'll want to fuzz it on a cloth on your shirt just to give it a little lint so it doesn't totally stick. Now this will be much stickier than a chalkboard, so you'll have to be careful pulling this off that you don't stretch it. You can see I've tried it. It made it a little curly, but if you're careful, you can take care of it. Right. And you want to put it in the center. Oh, that is not centered. Okay. And then you'll want to press down. You want to make sure there's no bubbles. Sometimes your paste will bleed, is usually, not usually, sometimes because of a bubble in a letter, or it's not all the way adhered. Okay, now I need, gosh, I didn't even get my paste out. Get my paste. All right, have our black paste, and we're going to stir it up. You want it to be like cake batter. Always give it a good stir. If you need to, you can add water. I use distilled water. And just give it a good stir. And you don't need a lot of paste when you do these projects. I'm shaking my table. Sorry if it's shaking the camera. Okay. just going to put a little on. Take my squeegee and cover the areas that are clear through the transfer. That's where your design is. Make sure you get it on there good. Any excess you can just put right back into your container. And then I'm going to lift. That's cute. Okay. I'm going to put this on the backing till I get to clean it. And you'll clean your transfer with water, and a board eraser helps really well. So there. You can see the spooky. And I'm going to let it dry. Put my paste away. This should be a quick live. All right, and I'm going to take my heat gun to dry it. Not too close. I don't want it to curl up. I want it to curl, but not at this moment. Okay. Sure hope this works. Now, there's one other step. I have to go get my sealant. Okay, I'm back. So I'm going to just use a sealant because we are going to have to curl this up to put it into the bottom of the ball. And I don't want it to scrape off by touching the sides of the acetate sheet. So I'm going to give it a quick spray just so that it will be permanent. And I don't advocate doing this inside, but just a little spray. While that's drying, I am going to bring this over and dry this a little bit more. Okay. All right. Now this is the nerve-wracking part. Okay. Now what we have to do is curl this. I really hope it doesn't scrape off so that it will fit inside the crystal ball. So you'll want the upside going this way. Okay. Wow. How cute. All right, so that, it scraped the Y off a little bit. But how cute is that? And then I'm going to just take to position it. I just took the end of a paintbrush up there to position it. Okay. How cute. Now I'm just going to leave this sit in here depending on what you use for your surface. You might need to glue it, but this sits in here really nicely, so I'm not going to worry about it. And now I'm going to embellish it with a bow that I made. This is just scraps of fabric I had from a Halloween fabric project that I made, and so I just have strips that I did cut this way, and then I have some straight edge, and then I had two triangles and I just put them in opposite directions, and then another flat layer of fabric. And then I tied yarn, just cotton yarn around it, and painted some beads and strung them on the yarn to make the beaded part. So let me glue this on here. I'm just going to put a big dollop of glue where I want it. Oh my goodness, this is cute. And you can use, if you don't have fabric for a bow, you can certainly use ribbon. I just knew I had these scraps of fabric that I probably would never use. So I thought, what better use than to make a cute little ribbon. So there you go. There's your spooky crystal ball. So I am going to make a tier tray. I'm going to make a tier tray or buy one. I haven't decided. I might venture and try and make one. And I will set this on top of there. Hi, Robin. I just saw that you were watching. So I do have a link in the description or the comment box for the transfers, the All Hallows Eve that will work in this project, and along with the supply list. Even though they're not chocolate tour, I think it's helpful when you do something to know where folks got it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and invite your friends to join this page so they can get more chocolate tour ideas, and that would be wonderful. I'd really appreciate that. And I'll move the camera back up here. And so that's all I have today. I am going to try and do another live this week, another Halloween project. I'm going to put a transfer on this board that I painted. So I'm going to do that this week, and then that'll probably be the last of the Halloween decorations that I do with chocolate tour. Then I'll move to fall, and then I'll start doing Christmas stuff. So I can't wait to do Christmas. I'm trying to be patient. I have all the transfers, so I'm just dying to use them. But I know it's September and people aren't thinking about Christmas. So I'm trying to be patient and waiting to do those. But thanks again for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.